and colleagues, new and old. Thank you for giving up your Sunday morning and the rest of the day if you can stay. To those of you who already have come to previous conferences, etc., apologies, but to those who haven't, here it is. And then it's here. Okay. We have to take the Malay Peninsula as a proxy for Penang before the British. And for this, as all of you hopefully are aware, is a region that has been traversed since even before the first millennium, although my map is from the first millennium. So this is a question for us. We have to prove it that it is an essential link between two great commercial zones, India to the west, China to the east. Certainly there will be those who disagree before 1786. That's why I put a question mark. As for Penang and the Indian Ocean, all of you will see that it's probably abbreviated as PIO. It then focuses on the Western Ocean to explore Penang's role as a gateway to the Indian Ocean. Here's the Yule map, which appeared in 1888, which gives ancient sea routes as well as right up till the 19th century. I know you can't really see it, just the lines from, we don't have, well, I don't have well, here's the Andaman Sea, here's Burma, previously, Burma today, Myanmar today. Here's where we are, I think. Yes. Straight over there. This you can read in your handouts, that it's an institutional initiative, and today our focus is the academic one. Our aspirations as academics here, those who are presenting papers, paper writers, is to create a research cluster to map historical and contemporary linkages. Previously, we had a workshop in Cambridge to explore the possibilities, and then the conference held last year, that thick volume that some of you have with you, the proceedings from it, which hopefully in a year or two will come out in an academic monograph. Then PhD had a recent workshop from Malabar to Minangkabau to Malaya, which some of you attended, I didn't. My co-conveners, without whom this would not have come about, and all the previous workshops or conference. Dr. Tim Harper is right there in the corner, but he will be chairing various sessions, so you will see him face to face. Sunil will arrive soon. He is in much demand, so he has to try and get away from his commitment in Singapore and give us a day and then rush off again. He will be here hopefully by the first session. Dr. Sunil is right here, and maybe you will turn around and wave to everyone. Their role in bringing participants was instrumental to making last year's international conference a success. Says Amrith, yes, no?
Yes.
Can you say? Okay.
I think I saw publications.
Not forgetting the tireless efforts of the Think City personnel to making that conference a success. And this was the exploratory workshop. I put this here for those of you who are interested to look at their website. The Center for History and Economics has a research program on sites of Asian interaction and exchanges of economic, legal, and political ideas. So the website is there. If you are interested, we'll do it again later. I think this I do not need to spend much time. It's just that it's phase 4, and in line with the sites of interaction and in line with our own interests in the Penang and Indian Ocean, we hope to explore more than just these two sites of interaction, Yangon and Penang, but this then is the start, we hope, of many more. This is the abstract that we sent around earlier on. I don't know where it is among the stuff that you've received, but never mind. We're exploring it today, so we won't waste time on this. As I am by no means a specialist on Myanmar studies, Burmese studies, I have to avail myself of acknowledged scholarly work. This comes from Maitri Ongtwin, who's at NUS right now, and this is a quote from him. Since I don't think I can mimic his accent, I'll just let you take a look at this and draw your attention to the fact that just last year there was another book which came out on the northern Bay of Bengal. And that work talked about this part of the Indian Ocean as a marginal space, a neglected area, a peripheral region, neglected in historical research. However, very much alive in the passage from the medieval to the modern, economically, politically, as also in terms of religious circulation, pilgrimage networks, and the circulation of art and cultural commodities. Although this description refers to the northern Bay of Bengal, it can easily apply to our segment, the southeastern Bay of Bengal. So our workshop, hopefully, is a step towards redressing scholarly neglect and privileging this previously marked peripheral region in the literature. Well, I hope you've read this, and just take note that what he draws our attention to is that there has been a variety of perspectives with particular and sometimes contested perceptions of the Burmese past, present, and future. I would alter it a bit and not say sometimes contested. I think it has often been contested. This is the stuff that jobbing academics like us today are familiar with, and our workshop will continue in the same vein to explore human interactions in this southeastern segment of the Indian Ocean. Hopefully, we can try to connect multiple images and realities where feasible, where possible, or otherwise to arrive at an in-depth understanding of the parting of ways, the context which makes for divergent views, for recognition of the limitation of any particular perspective, and at the same time go beyond the polemical and the underlying agendas of given interpretations. Let's hope we do this today. Capture narratives across different communities, different social strata, raise questions to be answered in future work, and identify topics which await further research. Thank you. I've always found the upside down map of the Indian Ocean world more meaningful because it shows you that it stretches all the way to Australia, and if you talk in terms of the fingers from the Indian Ocean, we have Leonard Andaya telling me that, you know, eastern Indonesia is part of the Indian Ocean. Look, it goes all the way there. So we are looking at just a small slice over here. But the Indian Ocean world is really... Without further ado then, let me call upon Dr. Sunil, formerly from Cambridge, now in California, but very long in the region. She did her work in Penang. So perhaps you've got biodata, etc. That's where you look for details. In our academic workshop, we won't spend time on these matters.
Northam is a very respected architect in Yangon and is now our acting director and hopefully director of the Yangon Heritage Trust since a few months now. But I had the pleasure of meeting Momo a few years ago, and she has been doing a wonderful job with helping to preserve Yangon's heritage. So Momo, please come up and see. Who's going to be speaking on heritage issues. Dato Kokitsu has been a very prominent figure in Penang society, contributing widely to Penang civil society, especially through the Penang Straits Chinese Association. And so, welcome.
For us, Yangon Heritage Trust is just formed a few months ago. So I would like, within these few months, what we did and what we have been involved as architects in the conservation effort. Actually, I just told Professor today that we haven't really seriously done heritage conservation until a few years back, because we have been living like that. And within a few years, we were just woken up because of more threatening situation. This is the organization of my presentation. And in history, Yangon has always been under that it is in a non-rulers, and it is mainly a one region until 1755, when the Burmese king conquered the place and then called it Yangon. And it's been for about 90 years, then fall into the British occupation in 1852. Once they occupied, British started to build a new city immediately and designated as a fort and the capital of Lower Burma until 1948, when Burma gained our independence. This is a growth of Yangon. Originally, it's only the river side area, and now it's grew all over. Because of obstacles in the rivers in southern tips, most of the extension going on to the northward. What distinct Yangon maybe is because of Shirako Pagoda. It's been a dominating landmark. And we have multicultural and religions in the city. And the city was built by British, but we have a lot of historical importance. Our gaining our striving for independence and other the national milestones. The real photo is when we gave up the independence in that very day and celebrated in the Secretariat compound. And some of the movement happening in the city of Yangon. The photo at the corner is President Obama last month speech. Congregation Hall of Yangon University. And it's always been a port and a trading city, still with a main export port and other domestic waterway transportation. And these are the streets of pre-war and socialist time. And the street scenes now. Some of the changes you can see. Because of it's opened up first in 1990s with the private sector coming in. And those were the streets activities. And other character of Yangon is a lot of cranes and parks and a series of natural lakes. And this is also important because Shirako has been our main landmark, and from everywhere you can see the Shirako. So now some of the new developments are blocking the view to the Shirako, and city residents are quite unhappy with that. And these are the collection of the colonial architecture landscape. Most of them are government owned. Before, in British time, some are private enterprises and banks. But after the socialist time, all were nationalized and public owned. Some private residences around Yangon since colonial time, and we are losing one after another because of property. Land price has been so high in recent years. And most of the architecture of downtown Yangon. So potential is Yangon is no longer a capital, but it will be the economic cultural center. It's a very important role in the whole nation development, education, center, industry, and also because many special economic zones will be established around Yangon. And because of this labor base or the skill based manufacturing will be around Yangon. And it will be attracting more investments in business, and even within 1 year we need a lot of hotel facilities because of more visitors coming in, and it always be the citizens' pride and on this uniqueness. Some of the initiatives we did is a YCTC is a municipality of City Yangon. It has a list of the heritage building they publicly announced in 2001. But these are not covered by law. they listed and announced, but it's not really legally protected. We have a cultural ministry has a protection or preservation of cultural heritage regions law, but it is more concerned over the Asian sites all around Burma. And the Ministry of Culture again designated 16 heritage sites, that is mainly the Buddhist religious Asian Buddhist sites around Burma. And the YCDC also have designated a height around Shiriko and Shipovin religious site. But before they have designated, there has been higher buildings around, not Shiriko. Shiriko, some projects were proposed, but the planning department had successfully fight them to reduce the height to 1998. And we did, as an architect, we initiated the colonial walk around Yangon for the students and for the young architects since 10 years back. And for 5 buildings, listed building, because of after Nagas, government hasn't prepared well right after Nagas, and they started the 5 buildings renovation in 2011, and as AMA, MES is Myanmar Engineering Society, together with Ministry of Construction, renovated 5 government buildings, and they are now auction bidding to these. And AMA, Myanmar Association Architect, has already published a 30 heritage building, which is very useful as a guide for the visitors now. And the Yangon Heritage Trust was founded in June, last June, with its conference. Those are some of the, and then we have some civil societies like a lawyers network, or some artists who, the residents of Yangon. They have some informal networking through Facebook or on heritage issue, and they comment or they're sharing their experiences. So this is about Yangon Heritage Trust. It's registered as NGO with the conference in June where Sunil was participating. And we have the local board and international advisory group. And the first thing is to do the inventory. So mostly we're doing the advocacy, awareness raising. We're going to have a website soon, and then through media, network with others, civil societies. And we're going to do the training program with the aid of some international support. And these are the supports and network, including the Penang Heritage Trust. This is so far what we have done. The inventory of downtown, 6 townships, and the other townships are going on. And the conservation management strategy for the Secretariat building. That building was controversial because 2 years back, one of the developers proposed to turn into the hotel, and many outcry from the media and the people. So government withdraw the plan, and then it should be a museum, and they call for the proposal, and a few developers or a few companies proposed to turn it into the museum. And then we pick up one gallery group to hand over the building, and they're working on it. So YHT is going into the middle and draw up the management strategy plan, which will come out end of this month. And then we are working on that house to turn into a historic home you saw. So these are some of the challenges facing. One thing is the structure, because we have quite a collection of the old structure. In the downtown township alone, the historic building list is only 39 government-owned building in the listed building. But we found out, including the private apartments, then it's about 150 building in the downtown one township. So there's quite a lot of older buildings, and because of weather and because of these maintenance, that has been very in danger. So what we need is some engineering skill, because YCDC has assessed the building, and sometimes they put up the sign like the dangerous building very easily, or because of some developers speculation, and they put up very easily the dangerous building sign and very easy to demolish. And because of high property value and investment opportunities, many buildings are being torn down to replace with newer buildings. And the last decade, we don't have investment opportunities, and people not believe in banks, and they're just buying things in the property, in the construction. So the building here is a recent some informal fight with the government, because it has been designated dangerous building and started to torn down. So the people on that road have asking us